Well, as always at this time of the year, being around the armistice time, there will be a minute's silence in respect of all those soldiers, sailors and airmen who have given their lives for the country over the years. And after saying impeccably observed, slight change in the Falkirk line-up with Chris Mitchell coming on to make his first start. Brian McLean back in the centre of that defence, and how they missed him last week. But off we go. Named out wide here towards Jerome Heeking, but Kieran Duff.
Oh, well done, well done.
Switches into the centre.
There we go.
Mark Stewart. Miss kicks up by Finnegan, but manages to turn away. Plays it over the top. Played through.
Oh, it's through.
It drops nicely for him.
Oh,
blast over the bar,
goodness.
Gordon Smith. Wow. Combination of errors there, Jamie, but what a chance that was.
That's a wee bit embarrassing, to be honest. You know, the ball shouldn't be going right through the middle of Falkirk's defence. And
flicks it on. Mark Stewart first to react. Back out to Mitchell. Good play from Falkirk. Chip forward. Ryan Flynn. Great goal from Falkirk. 5 minutes gone. Fantastic goal, Jamie.
was, yeah. Looked as though Falkirk were going nowhere, but just kept the ball really well. And go down the line 1-2 with Chris Mitchell. Puts it on a plate for Ryan Flynn, who just calmly side foots it into the bottom left-hand corner. Lovely finish.
Good build-up from Falkirk. Looked as if they were going nowhere. Chris Mitchell involved a couple of times in that move when he sent the ball across. Picked out Ryan Flynn at the edge of the area. Campbell looked up, side-footed it past Christie to put Falkirk 1-0 up. And that should ease the nerves. Chris Mitchell played over the top to Mark Stewart. Mark Stewart, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, good save again by Christie. Well, Mark Stewart should have made it 2-0, Jamie.
Well, even more comical defending there.
Looking for the opportunity, the options, but when you get them like Mark Stewart did, 2 goals up after 10 minutes, the game would almost be virtually over then. Oh, poor tackle by Chris Aitken on Burton O'Brien, but Burton knew it was coming, Jamie. Get Scobie looking for
it again, there we go.
Now Ryan Flynn drives on, shoots, oh, just over from Ryan Flynn. Certainly looks in the mood, Jamie.
Well, he does, yeah, and that was only his 3rd touch of the game.
Scott Buist with his goalkeeper.
Sliced it.
Poor screwed cross. Nodded down to Finnegan. Oh, it doesn't quite get there. Uses his
he's
strength.
done well.
Finnegan plays in Mark Stewart.
Hits it. There it is.
Oh, Ryan Flynn could have touched that in. Well, Jamie.
Well, Ryan Flynn's too nice, is he not?
Well, Ryan Flynn thought that was going in. He could quite easily have just played that in the back of the net, Jamie. Forward. Knocked wide to Twaddle. Twaddle does well. Picks out Finnegan. Nods it down. Mark Stewart. Drives in the back of the net.
Oh, yes.
Well, what a goal from Falkirk. Fantastic goal, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely ideal. Lovely ball in from Mark Twaddle. Great head down from Carl Finnegan. And a wonderful finish from Mark Stewart. Yeah, well, this is the way we wanted this game to go. And hopefully it'll continue. And
the 2 magical pieces of play by the fullback. One, Kieran Duffy just to bring it into midfield. Then a brilliant step aside by Mark Twaddle just to open up the space for him. Playing. Played over the top. Chris Mitchell, furthest man forward this time. McLean drives forward this time. Chips it in.
Tackle from behind there. That'll be a card, definitely.
Well, especially for Brian McLean. Yeah. Well, you've got to say, Jamie, cynical it's not the word for it. Gordon Smith there, definitely going to get a yellow card, if not more. To the fullback, comes inside him, Twaddle. Now Flynn. Clip to the far post, aimed at Finnegan, headed clear. Miller gives it to Mitchell. Overlap. Now Duffy. What's a great ball in. What a great ball that was from. What a ball that was from Kieran Duffy.
Yeah, very lucky.
Now Scott Robertson. Gordon Smith at the far post. She's driven in towards. Oh, dropped by Brian McLean. Great save by Rojesnik. Oh, good play from Falkirk. Eventually, Brian McLean slipped at the opportune moment. Fantastic save by Rojesnik though, Jamie.
Well, that's what Bobby's there for, you know, called into action probably for the first time and absolute point blank. Brilliant save.
Brian McLean disgusted with himself. And really all down to that tackle, Jamie.
Yeah, he seemed to be doing okay apart from that. Whether it was a tackle, I don't know.
Wides it out to Twaddle. Flynn comes wide. Well, and that has to be a bookie as well, Jamie. Surely, I mean, That was a shocking tackle. 2-0. Well, it's a question of who scores the next goal. 3-0. It's then a question of how many can you score. Played back. Well, I'm not sure that was out, but Finnegan couldn't quite keep that one in. Played square right to Ryan Flint.
Wasn't even looking, was he?
Uses Burton O'Brien.
Oh,
Slots
what a
a
ball.
great ball through to Mark Stewart. Again, Christian as well. What a ball that was, Jamie.
Yeah, lovely ball by Burton. It's just a shame that Mark Stewart didn't really take it into his stride, did he? He miscontrolled it and it went too far wide.
Down the line it goes to Mitchell. First touch to Flynn. Good play from Falkirk. Steps inside Flynn. Drives it. Parried away by the goalkeeper. Mark Stewart crosses it to the middle. Oh, just steps in there. Plays it to Flynn. Picks out Mark Stewart. Great. Oh, just hits the post. Mark Stewart does everything right. Just clips it off the post, Jamie.
Yeah, wonderful ball by Ryan Flynn. And Mark Stewart on the half turn. Shows him where he wants it.
For runners, Mark Stewart emerges from the pack. Chris Mitchell gives it back to Duffy. Drives it in, Duffy, oh, just over. Well, it looks equally as comfortable on his right or left foot, Jamie.
Yeah, well, there was nothing happening for him really, nothing in front, no movement. So he thought, well, just going to nip inside there and have a wee lash with my left foot. And
played it to midfield to Finnegan, lets it
excellent,
run.
it's in, it's in.
Miller.
Give him it.
Back up.
Handball!
Well, handball, sending off, Jamie.
Well,
Scott Buist.
Matt Miller was through one-on-one with the keeper, otherwise.
Red card for Scott Buist for preventing a goal scoring opportunity. Right decision, Jamie. Ryan Flynn going off. And Callum Higginbotham coming on, so Flynn not recovered from that injury in the first half, Jamie. Well, knocks into this pass of Carol Finnegan. Played it back to the far post. Miller waits. Headed cleared by Hamill. Played in behind. Kieran Duffy's there though. Oh, Mitchell stumbles away from Heeking. Good play from Mitchell. Miller wants it. Knocked wide to Callum Higginbotham. Chance to run. Up to Kane. Steps inside. To Chris Mitchell. Drives it over though, Chris Mitchell.
Pass was never
McDonald
on.
just spotted that one. Closed the gate. Now Callum Higginbotham. Up to Heeking. Comes inside him. Steps in. No, not Mark Miller.
Lovely
Uses
ball.
Mark Stewart. Drives on.
Pass.
Clips over.
Oh, good finish.
Well, 1-on-1 there, Jamie. Perfect finish.
Well, I wish I'd have done that in the first half, because he would have had a hat-trick easily by now. There's a lovely little spot. I think it was by Higginbottom. Great little pass into him. Again on the half turn. So it's into his path and he just digs it over the keeper. Great finish. And surely this game is over now. Knocked him off the ball.
Now Finnegan.
Oh, good
Good
touch,
flick
son.
by Mark Stewart again. Oh, good save by Christie. Tries to force the ball through, gets lucky.
Well, again.
Gets lucky the second time. And then brought down
He's
there
off.
by Scott Robinson.
He's off.
Oh, Scott
He's had a
Robertson.
yellow card already. I told you he'd be off. Well, I thought he'd been booked already.
So Scott Robertson, yellow carded. Distance for him, get it up and get it down. Oh, comes off the wall, straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. Man, now to Duffy.
Drive. Off you go,
Mitchell.
son. Go on.
First touch to Burton O'Brien. Clipped over the top.
It's a great ball.
Good run by Mark Stewart. And again.
Oh, what's he doing?
Tries to pick out Carol Finnegan. So Carol Finnegan going off this time. And on will come Kenny Duker. Back to Mark Miller going off. Kenny Duker coming on. Seems to be the centre of everything, Burton O'Brien. Jason Marr. Looking for options. Down the line it goes for Mark
good
Stewart.
ball.
In behind Hamill.
What
Square
ball
across
that
the
is.
goal. Oh, bundled off the post by Kenny Duker. Well, you're not going to get a better chance than that, Jamie.
Yeah, it was just perfect football, you know, keeping the ball really well. Mark Stewart indicating where he wants the ball, slider ball right by the full back, and Mark Stewart puts it on an absolute sixpence for Mr. Duker.
Again, Chris
Duker's
Mitchell.
away.
Clipped over the top for Kieran Duffy to chase. Played again across
lovely.
field.
Yeah.
Great goal this time. Well, fantastic goal, Jamie. Great cross by Kieran Duffy, and he finished it this time.
Well, absolutely identical, wasn't it, really? Apart from the guy crossing it. But Kieran Duffy, I mean, everyone's shouting for him, pass it down the line. That's what he can do. Gets on the end of these balls down the line. Great crossing on a sixpence again for Kenny Juka, who this time just touched it by the keeper. Great finish.
And you've got to also play compliment to Chris Mitchell. Again, a fine ball over the top for Duff to run onto.
Yeah, lovely ball. I thought it wasn't strong enough, actually, and I thought the defender was going to get there, but bad technique by Stirling Albion number 14, letting Kieran Duffy get in.
Falkirk go again. Higginbotham plays it inside to Finnegan. Drives it. Great save by Christie. Great effort by Finnegan.
Yeah, great technique. Kept it down right through the ball. Rides it into the top corner, but Christie does really well to get a hand to it and just turn it back.
Duffy. Great ball to Higginbotham. Stewart on the run. Great ball from Higginbotham to Stewart.
Again.
Played
Finish.
into the path of Carol Finnegan.
Yes.
Well, great goal again, Jamie. Fantastic goal.
Well, Mark Stewart and Kieran Duffy at will, just running down this right-hand side. All the goals coming from that side. Some great crosses coming in. It was just an easy one to tap in as well. Great finish by Carl Finnegan. I think he put it in with his studs, so game's over.
But a fantastic through ball from Higginbotham. Right into the path of Mark Stewart.
Yeah.
And this time takes it first time, and Finnegan finishes it. Wide it goes to Chris Mitchell. Again on the run goes Duffy. Mitchell uses him as a decoy. Played into Mark
done.
Stewart.
Hits it.
Hits the post. So unlucky, Jamie.
As I said, just said before, another chance. Could have been 5 goals for Mark
The
Stewart.
goalkeeper
easily.
saved that. Now Higginbotham.
He's not even looking at Kieran Duffy there, but you've seen him.
Great ball. Back to Scobie.
I'd like to see how many times Stirling have been beat by 5 goals.
And that's 5-goal victory for Falkirk. Great performance by the Bairns today.
Yeah, it was a shame for Stirling Albion, really. Started off really well. Had a little bit of luck with Gordon Smith and get into his path, and he just couldn't finish, ballooned it over. But apart from that, Falkirk just dominates the game, keep the ball. Great performance. Kieran Duffy, Mark Stewart, wonderful.
You've got to say a change of right-hand side with Kieran Duffy and Chris Mitchell. It worked for me, getting the ball in, doing the defensive duties, and some of the balls that Mitchell and Duffy put in were absolutely first class.
Well, it was, yeah. Falkirk generally have good wide players, but it's getting the ball to them and using them and getting them down the wings and getting crosses in. And it worked today, Some weeks it doesn't, and people try and stop them in the wide areas. They double up on full-backs and stuff to make sure that Falkirk don't get down the wings. If you do let Falkirk down the wings, they can score 5 goals against you.
And 5 cracking goals there were too. I mean, we could have scored more, but there were 5 crackers.
No, there would have been, yeah. Even if Mark Stewart would have got the goals that he did miss as well, it would have been just a great performance for Falkirk, and they'll be happy with that, especially after last week.
And Mark Stewart, of course, hit the post in the first half and hit it again in the second half, although he did win a corner in the second half, which we couldn't see. But, it really was a dominant performance, and he really is one of those players that you can certainly put in the confidence category, because if he's confident, he looks a world beater.
He's a great player to have in your team, really, because he's, he's a really honest guy. He just runs his heart out for the team, whether they're playing well or not. You know what I mean? If they're playing well, fantastic. He'll get on the end of things. He'll chase people back. He'll try and win headers and stuff, And it was just an all-round great performance from him. Everything he touched, he didn't score with everything he touched, but he nearly did. And he's making the keeper make saves, and it maybe could have gone round the keeper the first time, but yeah, he's at the back post there, smashing it, hitting the post. They could have had a handful of goals easily. And
a very good performance from Chris Mitchell from his first start of the season.
Yeah, well, Chris Mitchell needs a chance, you know what I mean? He generally gets a chance and then he doesn't fall for him, and then he's out the next game. But he did very dominant today, and he played well on the right-hand side first half. And with Kieran Duffy, worked really well, So I think he should keep his place.
So a fantastic result from Falkirk to bounce back from the Ross County game last week. So, as I say, normal service resumed. I'm back in the commentator's position. Falkirk are back with 3 points. And so what can I say? So the final score from the Forthbank Stadium.
Please don't go, Andy.
I promise I won't go again before the end of the season. But dominant performance from Falkirk, apart from that first half missed by Gordon Smith right in the first minute. But from then on, Falkirk dominated, ran out easy winners here. Stirling Albion, they've got a long, hard season in front of them. Even with Dundee dropping 25 points potentially, you can still see Dundee catching Stirling Albion. So a lot of work for them to do here. But Falkirk, will they march on? No game next week, of course, because of the Scottish Cup. So do whatever you want to enjoy, whatever you do next week. We'll be back in a fortnight's time when we're down at Capello for the first time in many, many years. And that's another challenge for our technical team of Russell and Tony, and thanks to them for their transmission capabilities, because it really was a tough job here. They've only just got electric light in Stirling, and so I think the internet follows in a couple of weeks. I think Tony actually ran a cable all the way back to Falkirk, because that was the only way he could guarantee coverage. But a fantastic job yet again, guys. So from all of us here on the Falkirk Football Programme live on www.falkirkfc.co.uk, have a fantastic week off next week. We'll see you in a fortnight's time. But the final score from the Forthbank Stadium was Stirling Albion 0, Falkirk 5.